That's it, that's good, we got it, I think. Are you pleased I came today? Hi everybody, I hope you're well. In this video we're going to get festive and I'm going to show you how I created this photograph of my friend Darcie in the snow. Or rather, we've recreated the look of snow using off-camera flash and this fake snow in a can. Happy Christmas! So my plan for this shot is to try and create a really cool outdoor wintry scene in Neil Ridley's studio, which is not going to be easy because we're indoors, we're not in the grey outdoors at the minute, but using off-camera flash and gels we can create something that's going to look really effective. Plus we have our secret weapon, which is snow in a can, so that's what we're using later as well. But yeah, this is the background I'm going to use. I just think it's really cool. Again, this is my first time at Neil's studio today. If you're not aware, if you haven't seen the previous video, I'm going to link to Neil's studio below. Follow him on Instagram, because this is an amazing space for photographers. We're based in Lancashire in the UK, and it's just a playground for photographers. You can see just from looking around, it's just got stuff everywhere. In the previous shoot that I did with my friend Darcie, where we took these photographs, that was all taken over here, for example. We're now going to create something very, very different by using this backdrop. And this time, I say, rather than using smoke, as we did in the last video, we're going to use fake snow and gel to create what hopefully will look like a really cool outdoor winter scene. So I will start off by just asking Darcie, if you can come and stand over here. You can keep that on for a time if you like. We're filming this in December. It's quite cold, so I don't want Darcie to freeze. As always, we're going to build up in stages. So let's just take a shot with natural light. We know that this isn't going to look great at the moment. It's impossible for it to. But yeah, that's what it looks like in natural light. But now let's make it really creative and a bit more exciting as well. So I'm going to start off by putting a speed light behind Darcie, and I'm going to put this speed light so it's facing back towards her, because eventually when we add the snow, it's important to have a backlight, because if you don't have a backlight you will be able to see it, but it won't be anywhere near effective as backlighting. It's like if you want to do a really effective wedding photograph in the rain, you want to backlight that rain so you see all the sprinkles. It's exactly the same for what we're going to be doing today. So this is going to go behind Darcie. This is going to be speed light C. And I'm going to put on there a blue gel, because when we backlight, I'd like it to be, let's say we want to make it quite a cold scene. So by putting a blue gel on, it will obviously make that background look much cooler. These are the new gels by MagMod, and they're really cool and very, very quick to use, because you can see, have all these different colours and they just literally snap on in a second. So here's a blue one, and it just goes on like that. So let's see what happens if we don't add anything more. It still won't look great. We've not got a front light on Darcie yet, but it'll give us a starting point. So settings wise, I probably will go into high speed sync for this, because I want to bring in all the light myself. I don't want any ambient at all. So I'm going to put my shutter on 1/500th of a second. Let's put the ISO down to 400, and we're on my 85mm lens. I'm going to shoot it at 1.8. Beautiful, Darcie. Annoyingly, that looks better than it should. It looks really cool as it is, and one of the reasons actually is in the previous video, which we filmed 15-20 minutes ago, we used a very little smoke pellet, and that smoke pellet is still lingering in the air, and that's why when we look at this photograph you get that like slight hazy halo effect. So it wouldn't normally look this good. It's because we are in a room full of smoke at the moment, but yeah, it looks really effective. But what I'm going to do now is add a light at the front to light Darcie from the front, and I'm going to use one I prepared earlier, my favourite softbox, which is the MagMod MagBox Pro 42. I say it all the time, but this softbox gives amazing light because it's a large light source. Actually, I'm going to put this on the other side, not for a technical reason, because there's a time lapse going on over there and I want it to look better. So we'll put this here. But again, I want this to be as close to Darcie as I can get it without it being in the frame. It won't be the biggest problem because you can always crop it out. I want to try and get it as right as I can in camera. We've also, as you'll see here on the MagBox, got the grid on as well. So that just means it's going to stop the spill of the light. And because I don't want this light to hit anywhere near the background, I'm going to feather the light. So that means I'm going to position the light so that it looks like it's just going across Darcie rather than too much in front of her. So we're a bit more exaggerated. We're not quite at 45 degrees at this point, but that I say that is because the light now will come out of the softbox and will not hit the background, which is important. So let's see what this does. That is speedlight A. It's relatively close, so we'll keep that on 132 power from the previous shoot. Let's just see what that gives us. That's really nice. Perfect. Yeah, I'm really pleased with what we're getting so far. What I'm going to do actually is going to drop the overall exposure. I'm going to drop my ISO to 200, just so that background's going a little bit darker. That's cool. Yeah, this looks like it could be outside now. That's beautiful, Darcie. Yeah, this is a really good starting point. And just before we actually start taking shots for real, I'm now going to add in a third speed light. I'm going to place it over here, I think. I'm going to add in like a warm light. This is going to be to try and mimic the sun, because I like it to like it's a cold scene, but with a little bit of sunlight coming from the corner of the frame. So let's do that. We've got over here another Godox V860, a V862. This is going to be speed light B, because we've got this is C, the MagBox is A, so this is going to be B, and we will put a warm gel on this, and I'm placing this so it's just going to come in from the side. I don't want it to be in the frame, because the moment we put this in the frame it's going to look really fake. So we'll place it there, and on this speed light I'm going to put a full CTO gel. And I want to this bookcase, I was about to put these on the bookcase. That's not going to work, Neil. Put these in here for now. And let's put this quite a bit higher. Let's see what this gives us now. Perfect. It is competing a bit with the blue. The other thing that I might just try is to add a grid onto this, just to limit the spill, because that's what grids are so good at. At the moment the light is coming out at quite a large angle, the grid will really concentrate that light. So let's just do that. Again, it's like with anything MagMod as well. I know I say this all the time, but they're so easy and quick to use. So grid, gel, let's see what this does. Really good. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. But what I will do is I'm going to turn C up, which is the warm light, from 132 power to an 8. And I'm just going to see if I can actually just place it a little bit closer so we see the warm light in the corner of the frame. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I really like that. Thank you, Darcie. Oh, before I forget, and hopefully you won't forget because I'm repping the brand, but if you're not aware, Flashmasters is a project that I've been working on with my partner Helen for the past 6 months. It's the biggest project I've ever worked on. It's a community of photographers based all around the world who all love using flash, and Flashmasters celebrates and recognizes the best off-camera flash photography in the world. I'm not going to waffle on about it now, but I am going to give you a little quick video which explains why Flashmasters is something that we are so proud of.
Flashmasters recognises and celebrates the best flash photography in the world. We are sponsored by some of the biggest names in the industry, such as MagMod, Studio Ninja, PicTime, Geekoto, Enphoto and Imagine, and have some of the best flash photographers in the world as our ambassadors. Flashmasters celebrates flash photography in 3 ways: education, community and awards.
Education is massive to us. Within the Flashmasters member zone, we share full-length interviews with our ambassadors and award winners. We also share the behind-the-scenes details of how the best images were created.
Community is at the heart of everything we do. By joining Flashmasters, you will become a member of an inclusive, worldwide community of photographers who all want to learn and support each other. Our members Facebook group is a great place to ask questions, and it's also where we host regular live streams for the community. We also love to chat about questions posed by our members on our weekly Flashmasters podcast.
We are the only photography award site in the world dedicated to off-camera lighting. Flashmasters awards are open and transparent and are judged by some of the best off-camera flash photographers in the industry. Since Flashmasters launched in September 2022, we've been blown away by the standard of winning images. The talent in our community is incredible.
To find out more and join us in the Flashmasters community, please visit us at flashmasters.co.
Okay, this is when it's going to start getting very exciting now because we have some snow in a can. So I'm just going to shake this up and I will show you what it does. So we have a winter scene. Oh God, don't walk through the snow. Yeah. So the idea is that we're going to let this hang and then Helen will very kindly, she doesn't know this yet, spray this for me and hopefully we get something really effective. Now my big worry is that the snow, if it goes in front of Darcie, it's going to cause shadows because when the light hits the snow it will obviously cause a shadow potentially on Darcie's face, so we may have to be careful and not let the snow go in between the light source and Darcie. So we'll primarily just be staying behind, but we'll see how it works and then we might have to tweak it. So all being well, I'm going to take this camera off you, Helen. We'll put this on a stand. Okay, Helen.
I'm just interrupting this video to say that whilst I was editing these images, although I was pleased with them, I did feel as though there was something missing, and that was snow in the foreground. Now at the time of shooting, I knew that having snow in front of Darcie would have been a bit of a risk because it could have caused shadows to fall on her face, which obviously I wanted to avoid. So I thought it would be interesting to see how the images would look if I added snow overlays over the top of them, and boom, they instantly made a huge difference and got the images to where I wanted them to be. I bought the snow overlays pack from Etsy. They were really easy to use and they made a huge difference to the overall photograph. So from this point onwards in the video, when I show you images from the shoot, you will see firstly the raw file, then the edited version, and then the edited version with an overlay. So you will see each stage of the process. I just wanted to be completely transparent and let you know how these images were created. Anyway, back to the video.
Yeah.
So we made a slight error with the snow that I found didn't have the right top on, but this one does. And the red one, it's really thick. So this should give a much better effect because I love the photographs we've just taken, but I just feel as though the snow is too fine. Whereas we can get more chunkier snow, then it should look much more effective. The other thing is I might then, once I've shot this on the 85, I think I'll try it on the 135 as well, because that will also exaggerate the effect much better. Yeah, we're just giving ourselves a bit more room to play with behind Darcie. There was times there where we were close to blowing out the snow as well, so that is speed like C. So I'm going to go to C, go from an 8th power to a 16th. So our setup now is speed like A, which is the MagBox, is on 132 power. Remember that is feathering the light, so it's not affecting the snow too much. If we didn't have the grid on, the light may hit the snow which is coming over here, which we don't want. So the grid is really helping. Speed light B is the warm light over here that has a grid on it and it has the full CTO gel from MagMod, and speed light C has the blue gel on it here. This is on 1/16. So A 132, B 1/8 and C 1/16. And we've now got a bit more space to play with behind Darcie and thicker snow. Look at this.
I'm feeling so festive.
Right, what we're going to do now, it's important when you're doing a shoot like this where we're making a bit of a mess, that every now and again you stop, you critique what you're taking, and then you tweak things. So that's what I'm going to do now. I think we're very close to getting something very effective. So having reviewed the shots we've got, I'm really pleased, especially with this one, but I just feel as though to make it really look effective, we're missing snow at the front. So we're going to do two things. One, I'm now going to ask Helen to stand about here and spray in front of Darcie. In idea, we need like a shield around Darcie, so the snow's going to come across a bit more, but not hitting Darcie, whilst also having somebody else, this has become a real mission now, behind to create that backlight again from behind. Those two things together should then give us, that's quite slippy, be careful. That should now give us the shot. Fingers crossed. So I've enlisted the help of the owner of this amazing studio, my very good friend Neil Ridley, to come from behind here, and that's an unfortunate phrase, to stand behind Darcie. Your only job, yeah, be careful. Your only job, Neil, is to... I'm not going to get invited back. Okay, so we're so close now, and to be fair, I'm already pleased what we've actually got, but whilst we've got everything out, why not just go? I feel really bad saying this with the studio owner stood right here, but why not, we'll just go try one more. The other change I want to make, I'm going to go from the 85 to the 135, so it will just compress everything, and that alone will make the snow look a little bit bigger. Yep, okay. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So I'm really pleased with how this shoot went. Here are my favourite photographs from this shoot. A massive, massive thank you to Darcie for modelling and being peppered with all this fake snow, to Neil for allowing us to make such a mess in his beautiful studio. Again, if you've not done so, all the links to everyone who's been in this video will be below. Go and check Darcie out on Instagram. Please go and look at Neil's studio on Instagram. And as always, if you have any questions about anything that we've done in this video, please do let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Have a happy Christmas, and I will see you next time. Hey.
Happy Christmas, everyone.